Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us here at Transwest Truck Trailer RV. My name is Michaela. I'm going to be running you guys through a brand new custom built Cimarron 2-horse bumper pull, straight load with a front tack on it. Again, this one was custom built. It was custom order for one of my customers, so this one is not available for sale, but I like to show you guys them in person so you guys can see some of the ideas that my customers come up with, see how they're built, choose some options, and get some ideas for your builds. So before we get to the trailer itself, we're gonna go ahead and pull up our drawing and review it together. So the couple main things on this one that are standard are gonna be your width at 6'10", your height at 7'7", being that straight load. But what's unique on this one is your front tack. So at our V-nose to our partition wall, we're actually looking at an 8-foot front tack. So this one is extra large, giving us a total floor length of 18 feet 6 inches. And then this customer also upgraded her tongue length. So we are looking at the extra long tongue length of our 3 foot 6 inches versus our standard at 3 feet. And that is because she located her spare tire up there in order to get it out of her front tack room. So a little bit longer on this trailer, still a very good manageable runaround size, especially getting into some of the trailheads, some tighter parking lots. This one's gonna be great to get you in there, your 2 horses and all of your stuff. But I really like how she laid this one out. I thought she did a great job. So let's go ahead and look at it here in person. Starting at our door here, standard size door on our front tack entrance, but what's really cool on this one is she actually ordered 3 brush trays, 2 of which are pictured here in our video today. The 3rd one will be added. So your 3rd one will be located up here, but you're gonna get 3 of those extra large Cimarron brush trays on this door. Those are probably the favorite feature on my door of my Cimarron, is when I swing open my door, all of my items that I need are gonna be right there. I don't personally like the door organizers because I think they can just get messy and dirty and they're a lot harder to clean. But these brush trays are my favorite, and I think having even more is just such a smart option, especially when you locate your saddle pads inside your tack room. You have more room for storage right there. So when I swing open my door, I've got my fly spray, my brushes, my hoof picks, anything I need right there. And especially right now, the fly spray is huge. That is the first thing I'm gonna grab when I open my tack room door. So I always love that it comes right there to me when I open it. And then we have a window located on this door here. We just wanted a little bit of ventilation throughout this front tack just to kind of get air moving through, kind of pull the smell out of there. On these 2-horse straight loads, you actually get a window up on the nose as well as standard. This customer did delete that because of where she travels. She travels a lot of dirt roads, getting a lot of rock kicked back up on there, and she was worried about that window breaking or getting damaged. So she went ahead and deleted it. So guys, know that any of these standard options, they can be deleted as well. One thing she did upgrade and add as we get into this front tack is a fold down step. This is not a standard option. This is an upgrade. I think it is well worth it. My trailer is just standard width 6'10", and it's a 2017, so this wasn't really a concept back then. It has just your full length running board, which carries across, and I know it doesn't seem like a big difference, but when I crawl in and out of our Cimarrons here versus my one at home, I really do miss the fold down steps. So definitely recommend that option. Makes your life easier getting in and out of these things. We're gonna go ahead and just start at the front wall and work our way around because there is so much going on in this one. So again, she moved her spare tire out front onto the nose. That gave her the option right here to add a boot box. So a fully carpeted boot box that you see in our gooseneck models. It's gonna be a really great spot as a bench if you're changing your boots, changing your clothes, taking a rest. If you need to take a break, it works really well as a bench, but also dual purpose as storage. So now you're gonna get a lot of great storage that's gonna tuck away, keep everything contained. It's not gonna go rolling around on your floor. Mine is full of stuff, extra blankets, fly sheets, boots, all kinds of stuff that I stick down in there, close the lid and forget about. So out of sight, out of mind, it gets it off your floor, keeps it clean too. And then your front V-nose right here, again, deleted this spare tire, so that's not located here. And that window I was talking about would be located right here. But again, we did go ahead and delete that one just because of the rock kickback. We were a little bit worried about that. Right here is gonna be that 3rd brush tray that will go on her door. So there's another one of those. Right here I have the hose for our water tank, which we will see as we make our way around. But you guys can see this is a very long hose. I've got one in my trailer and it stretches out really far, so it gives you plenty of length to be filling buckets, washing off horses even. It has good enough pressure to rinse off your horses after a long trail ride or something like that. Cool them down. That works really well, gets you lots of length as well. Working our way around to our left-hand wall right here, This customer did go ahead and she increased that length, and then she added 2 of these removable saddle posts here, these removable posts on your back wall. So these can come out. If you did want to remove these, all of this can come out. Gives you that big wide open space if you needed to use this as something else. But for right now, she's got 2 of them set up the exact same. So you've got 2 of your saddle pad bars and then 2 of your saddle racks here. These are my favorite saddle racks because of how they're shaped and then the construction materials used. So I love the carpet on them because it adds that stick factor, that grip factor, holds them on there. But then this wither block right here that sets up in the gullet of your saddle really gives it that firm mount to hold on to right there. I don't have any issues with any saddles coming off of there, so I love those. Your saddle pad bars, obviously just your straight bar right here, so tons of room to stack multiple on there. You don't have to just do 1 on each one. You can pile them up really high on these guys. And then what's cool about these is all of these pieces here are fully adjustable on this removable post. So get yourself a wrench and just loosen these bolts right here. You can slide these up and down anywhere on this track that you need to. So if you wanted to raise them up, you guys could easily get some tack trunks under here and use that floor space. If you want to slide them down, if you want to add some more, if you want to pull one of these posts out and then just stick all of these saddle racks and pad bars over on that one and just have the one in here, you can easily do that as well. So very versatile, multifunctional, lots of different options for this customer. Snuck back in here between these removable posts is one of our OptiBrite LED lights. So we've got one right here facing into our tack room. We also have one up above our door right there facing in the tack room that way. So you're gonna have lots of visibility in here. And something I missed up above my head over here is a clothes bar. So we've got one in here as well. All of your hanging space up there for your extra change of clothes at horse shows. Bring some rain slickers to the trailhead with you. All of your hanging space up there. So that really frees up all of your bridle hooks over here to actually use for bridles. If you're anything like me, you've got a ton of bridles and very few horses. So tons of hanging space right here. We did 2 rows of the bridle hooks and then again fully carpeted behind. This is a great feature to do behind your bridle hooks for the purpose of just protecting your trailer itself and then protecting your tack. If you didn't have this carpet here and you just had your white walls, those bridles and those bits and the conchos and the snaps, all those metal things that hang and sway as you drive are going to leave those black streaks. So now you're not going to get those black streaks, which in turn protects your trailer, keeps that resale value, holds that a little bit longer for you guys, and protects your tack. So that's a really nice feature. And carrying it all the way to the ground because she does plan on storing stuff on the floor and also has another blanket bar right here. So now you're just protecting the wall from the hooks all the way down. This is another option for their saddle pad bars right here. It's one of their folding blanket bars. Also works really well for horse blankets too, not just saddle pads or saddle blankets. You can store all of your fly sheets right through there, your winter blankets, your coolers if you are using those. Just any sheets can go in here, so never hurts to have too much storage space. And again, she knew this was an option. She chose this option for her specific purposes, which I think is really cool to just be able to design these trailers however you need them to be. And then over here on this wall right here, we did go ahead and do, since it was that flat space and not so much of that V-shaped corner on our goosenecks, we did fit that flat backed 48-gallon water tank. So this one's a big one, tons of water going down the road with you guys. It does fill at the top and then down below. It has 2 different spigots. It's got your taller one that would fit buckets right underneath, but it's got that lower one too for you guys to hook that hose up to. If you were going to use that, run it out your trailer, wash your horses off or fill buckets that way, rinse off like muddy sport boots, stuff like that. You have 48 gallons on board with you guys now. Your light switch here for your 2 OptiBrite LEDs inside. And then the floor on this one will be our last point. And this one is, we did upgrade to the gray rubber tread flooring in there. It is a seamless rubber flooring. So as you guys are checking that out, there are no seams. It's not like the black rubber mats that are certain sizes and they're just kind of like a puzzle piece in there together. It is full seamless. So I think that's a great option for keeping your tack room clean. Mine has carpet in the bottom. Really not a big fan of that. My tack room door actually didn't close all the way the other day and got some water in there from our monsoon. My carpet got drenched. This is gonna that would really solve my issue. It would keep the water up on top. It wouldn't soak down in the carpet. climbing in there with your muddy boots after that monsoon to grain horses or grab stuff out of the tack room. I've kind of just ruined my carpet lately. This is a great option, really protects your trailer. Again, resale value and just longevity there. So a lot going on in that front tack room. Again, 8 feet from the point of that gooseneck to the partition wall. Great size. You guys are able to see everything that we could do in there. Lots of fun options. As we're stepping outside, we've got a 16-inch awning light right there, giving us tons of visibility over our tack room, over our tie rings, and over our access door right here. So this one is a 2-horse straight load, which means their heads are going to be up here, which means you do get your standard drop-down head window right here. So this did go ahead and drop down, has that sliding bus window as well, if you're just looking for a little bit of ventilation. And again, you can also drop those jail bars, similar to our drop-down windows on our slant loads. Same concept right here. So now this does give you access right there to where your horses are. If you're going to offer them some water, fill their hay bags, just peek up in there and check on them, you can do it that way. But this door also opens and is an access door or an escape door. All of these latches are meant to be slammed. Just make sure, if you noticed, I had my hand right here, but as I went to slam it, just always put pressure right there at your latch. Right here on our escape door, 2 different latches, so that way if your horse on the inside is messing with this one and they're playing with it, they can't actually open the door and escape. They have this butterfly latch right here, so safety first there. But you guys can also open this. This one has a hold back as well on all of our doors. So now you can get in there if you need to for any purpose, any of this extra space you need to get in here. If you're storing stuff, if you're using this to haul other things, if you do have your horses in here, getting up in here, checking on them, refilling their hay net. She actually added hooks right here to hang her hay nets. So now she could easily step in here, fill her hay nets, hang her hay nets, and you don't have to worry about your horse getting out. Your horses are back here. You have extra space to work with. Get in here, do what you need to do, and then you can step back out. This one here does have our running board carried in front of it, so you can climb in and out right there. So just nice having that easier access to get in there and do what you need to do. But as we work our way back, we do have 2 tie rings on this side. We're gonna have 2 tie rings on each side, so you can tie them on either side. This side would be your tack room side, but if something were to happen, you can't tie on this side. You're either parked at a funny spot, next to some boulders at a trailhead, you're parked too close to another trailer, you need to tie on the other side, you can do that. And then we have one of our oversized sliding bus windows right here. So this one is going to be kind of that full length that runs right across their back. So if their heads are up there, their backs are right here, their hips are right here. So now you have this huge spot right here. You can slide it open for ventilation. It's at 50%, so it's going to slide open to right there. But that gets you the airflow moving across their backs, which I think is really important for keeping your horses cool driving down the road. And then this door right here is our Dutch door, so it's part of our rear door setup. But I just wanted to point out that it does clip open, so you can drive with this one open. So you actually see the door at the back. It has an actual door on it, but if you want to open the top half, your Dutch door right here, this clips in right here. You guys can lock it in as well. And now you can drive safely and securely with this one open, and just more ventilation. It's getting hot here in Colorado. You're going short distances, driving to a trailhead. You want to just open that up and get them air moving across their backs again while you're on your way there. Great option to do that right there. And then down below, 2 axles on this one. We did upgrade because of the length on the front tack. We upgraded to our 6,000-pound Dexter rubber torsion axles on this one. Standard would be 5,200 on a bumper pull, but with that larger front tack, we just went ahead and gave them a little bit higher weight rating there. Black spoke aluminum wheels on this one. I think it looks really sharp with our white sheeting. So that's what we got going on down there. Go ahead and move around to the back. So this one, being your 2-horse straight load setup, has your Dutch door set up on the back. So your ramp is actually your door. So when I mean that you can drive with your Dutch doors open, this is what it's going to look like. So you're going to close up your ramp, you have your 2 doors open, and now you're getting lots of air movement through there. Again, driving to the vet, to the farrier, to a trailhead, something like that. It works really well for that. And that is something that she really wanted on this trailer, was to make sure she had that option. And then we have our rear ramp into our stalls right here. Butt bars and chest bars on this one are super easy to use. You can almost just do it. I mean, the point being is that you can do everything mostly one-handed in these trailers, knowing that you're either going to be having a horse in your hand, their lead rope, a bucket, hay, anything like that. Really easy to just flip those through there and get your horse in there, especially if you have one that kind of gets in there and then worries or thinks about backing out really quickly. You can put them in there and just get that right into place. Simple as that. So that's a great feature there. And then we did do padding on both sides here. So we got padding on the wall and padding on the divider in both of our stalls. We did upgrade to the worm flooring in this one. I love the worm flooring. Again, similar to up in our front tack. When we saw that gray rubber tread flooring, it is seamless. So again, it's not those black rubber mats that are pre-cut, kind of like a puzzle piece. They all fit in here, but they have seams. My horse especially, both of mine, are unfortunately pawers. So they're gonna sit in the trailer and just paw all the time, no matter where we're going or how far we're going, they're gonna paw. They're gonna work their shavings under their mats, and then I have to always pull the mats and sweep it out and clean it out after a good use. So this really makes your life easier, and it adds to the longevity of your trailer as well, because now they're not getting any shavings or any urine down onto your aluminum floor. This is non-porous, so everything is just gonna set on top of this flooring. So what's really cool is that when you are washing it out, you can just nose up your trailer. So crank up your jack, pick that nose up. So point this all facing backwards, facing downwards, and all that water will just roll out of here. So really easy to just power wash it out and keep it clean. It is just as cushioning as your rubber mats. And then it also adds an insulating factor, which is really nice. Adds insulation from the bottom, as well as of course our roofs on these Cimarrons. But here's your chest bar up here as well. Same kind of concept, that it goes around the loop there, and then it has this piece here to keep it in. So now your horse can't get it out. Really easy for you to get it out though. Oh, now I got it stuck. There you go. Just like that. So you can take those down if you are needing to get up in here, but I think that's really nice to be able to load your horses and then be able to climb out under your chest bar, and now your horse is in its stall, you're up here nice and safe, and you can step right out of your trailer right here. Solid head grill on this one. We did the solid head grill as well as your solid divider. That way there is no interference with horses here. If you have some that don't get along, if you're always hauling young ones, if you're always hauling other people's horses, you don't know if they get along, this is nice to just get them their own personal space, gets them less worry when you're traveling down the road. This does swing. If you're needing it to swing, maybe you want to get in and access the other side and you don't have that door open, or if you want to remove this, all of this comes out. So there's an AR latch there, there's an AR latch here, and then there's one at our tailpiece over there. So you can actually take out this entire center divider here and get a full box stall in this guy. Up here, up above their heads, we have a two-way roof vent. So it does work two directions. You can push it open forwards and pull the air in. That would be really great if you had those Dutch doors open, to be pulling that air in and then slide it right out across their backs out those doors. Or you can push it open so it's facing backwards and be pulling air out of here. So if you had all of this closed up and your horses were sweaty and you just wanted to be pulling the air off of them but not get them a ton of airflow, maybe this winter, that'd be a great spot to just get some air rolling out of here. And then again, that tie ring, which we checked out earlier, she did put that one in there to hang up a hay net up front, and then you can have your two that are standard right here on each side to have that in both stalls. If you wanted to do the cross tie system where you can clip to each side of their halter, each square piece of their halter, you can do that. You could tie to one side, put a hay bag on the other side. Lots of options. You guys can really work it however you need to, whatever works best for you. Again, same setup over here. We have OptiBrite lights on each side, so one in each stall. Got tons of visibility inside of there as well. We've got a load light up here as we exit. And then our light switches are over here because I always forget to point those out. We have all of our light switches right here. They're gonna control our left-hand awning light, our load light, our inside lights, and our right-hand awning light. So all those controls do different things, and that's where those are. So you can access those with your entire trailer closed up as well. So step around to this side. Kind of the same setup over here. It's not going to look a whole lot different other than you're missing your front tack on this side. We've got our same Dutch door right here. Again, you can drive with it open. We have 2 tie rings on this side as well. We have our white sheeting, our black spoke aluminum wheels. Again, the 6,000-pound axles on this one. And another drop-down window. So you have your drop-down window for your horse on this side. Also has that sliding bus window if you weren't needing all that ventilation. And again, same setup here. You have your butterfly latch with your paddle latch to get in there and access your horses on this side as well. So really cool that you can get to both sides of your horses from the exterior. I know a lot of the older 2-horse straight loads, they would just have an access door on one side, but now times have changed. You can get to them on both sides. You just never know what side you're going to be hauling a horse on. And then the back wall of our tack room right here, so you guys can see just how long it is. Finishing up front, again, I mentioned in the beginning of this video that this customer does travel on a lot of dirt roads. We deleted the window from right here, and then we increased our tread brake right here. So standard was more down at the 24 inches. We've actually bumped up to 36. Really good to protect the front of your nose from all those rocks kicking back on there. And then that spare tire we talked about, because we wanted to mount this up here, we increased length right here. So this is going to be your 3/6 tongue. If you guys are wanting to build a trailer, I just had a customer order one yesterday with a 3/6 tongue. He's planning to pull it behind his RV, so he wanted the extra length there. This customer wanted to mount her spare tire up here, so that's why we have the added length right there. 7-pin right here has a spot to get tucked away. I think a lot of people get in the habit with bumper pulls to want to set them right there. That's fine on a day like today, but if it does rain, it does snow, this gets wet, now you're getting water up into your 7-pin. So we've actually had that installed right there, so now you don't have to worry about getting any damage to that. Your breakaway brake cable is right here, so this will clip either onto your truck or your safety chains. That will engage those brakes if this were to get pulled on and get disconnected. We have our safety chains here, and then our 2 5/16" ball. And again, this one's a manual crank jack, but we do have an electric jack version for bumper pulls as well. Had a lot going on in that trailer, lots of cool options. Went over the entire spec sheet with you guys as well as that drawing. This trailer actually has been photoed online, so you can go ahead and check that out. If you want to see these pictures, reference this video back, kind of pick and choose some options for your build. Has a stock number right here. The link for the webpage will be in the description of this video. You guys are watching online. You can also type in that stock number online, 5N240213. Scan that QR code if you're here on the lot, pull up that webpage. Takes you to all the photos there, takes you to the video link. If you guys have any questions, you want to pick and choose some of these options to build your own, I would love to help you guys out. My name is Michaela. All this contact info will pop up on your screen, so don't worry about having to read it here. My cell phone's 303-918-6367. Please call or text. And then my email, michaela.geis@transwest.com. If you want me to email over this drawing or the spec sheet, let me know. Love to help you guys build your own custom Cimarron. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.